13 years with Longines, and you said that time was a luxury for you. When we interviewed you 2 years ago, you said you've never been this busy, but now with diaper duty, I guess it's the busiest time.
Time has always been my dearest friend, my most elusive friend. I mean, it just flies, time just flies. And yeah, well, talking in the context of my association with Longines, 13 years, which is incredible. And in 1999, I mean, who would have thought that here we'd be in 2012, still associated with each other, wonderful, and a wonderful association at that. And yeah, 2012, married and have a baby girl. Incredible.
So how would you describe life in one word today?
It's impossible to define it in one word. I mean, I guess you try and use the supercalifragilisticexpialidocious, but I don't even know if that suffices to define the experiences of life.
You were one of the few actresses who debunked the myth of married women on the box office. And now with a baby, do you think that with your scheduling, it's now your priorities are different and you see a conflict between career and motherhood?
I've always been very clear with my priorities, and my priorities simply state whatever I take on in life, I stay committed. And that's the way I've been about my career, and that's the way I've been about my personal life. And it's that clarity that has me chart my course. It's not about debunking myths. It's not about trying to prove a point. And it's not about probably making the statements that get made out of my choices. It's really about just staying committed, and whatever I take on, I choose to do it well, and I choose to commit completely to it. And that's really been the defining the decision maker in a lot of my choices in life. So if there is, am I committed, have I always been a committed daughter, a wife, a mother today? Yeah. Have I been a committed professional? Absolutely. And that's really going to be the course ahead as well.
So how has motherhood changed you?
I don't know, you guys are doing the observing. I'm doing the experiencing, and it's a blessing, and I'm very, very thankful to God for this blessing and this beautiful experience. And again, I don't know if beautiful suffices to describe it. So I guess the truest way I can state is it's a blessing, and I'm very, very thankful.
And do you really get hassled by the paparazzi following you each time you're in and out of the airport? First glimpse of Aaradhya chasing you. Do you get hassled with the flash mobs?
I don't know if hassled is the right word, because it's been a part of life for a while now, and it goes with the turf. I'd be lying if I said I did not know this would happen. If it has happened before, it is going to happen now. I mean, it was a given. I think I was pre-warned, and I was reassured this is the way life will be, and I'm saying that in good humor. So you kind of are prepared, but you're never prepared, because each time is an individual experience. And I think what just naturally kicks in is your protective instinct. It always has. Say initially when I'd probably be going somewhere with my parents, to whom this is not an everyday experience. And I to date smile with them and say, so many years in this business, and each time they still are a bit thrown by the chaos of paparazzi or a particular event and crowds. And naturally, I've always been protective around them. You know, you tend to just bring your hands out and guide them through and try and take care of them. And that continues. It does continue with your loved ones. It continues with, say, when Abhishek and me have been there together, or friends who do not know this space at all. And today, obviously, with your baby, I mean, with your baby, this is all totally new. And I think that just kicks in as almost an involuntary reaction, and that probably gets judged, and there are opinions flying on your body language, and I guess people will think you're trying to do this and you're trying to do that. But actually it's just a natural shielding, because if your baby is asleep, you do not want your baby to be disturbed at that point, and there's the flash bulbs, and there's the the whistles with the security around you and all that blowing, so that's a concern. And if your baby is not asleep, then you see the eyes obviously being totally surprised by this unexpected experience. I mean, your baby's just come into this world, and so I guess you just get naturally protective. That's just it, really. Nothing more to read into it, and I think everybody will know what I'm talking about.
And also, having been a public figure, always been under scrutiny yourself, and it was a time when, before motherhood, perfect figure and everything, she doesn't look that real, and now suddenly after motherhood everybody's judging your weight, how you're dressed.
No, but if
real women do gain weight after marriage. Do you think that was the double standards of...
I didn't even bother about thinking too much about it, or bothering to even, that's why I didn't even bother to give an explanation, because if that was a concern, I would have stayed hidden, I would have stayed away. Or, come on, I'm in showbiz, everything is accessible, science has made great progress. I could have looked probably even better than before overnight if I chose to. So there are the choices for the making, and I chose to just be natural, and if this is the course of life, then this just is. And really I haven't been bothered or disturbed by it. That's what I mean when I always say, I've known me for so many years now. I'm pretty clear-headed and pretty focused on my reality, and that's just it. And I never thought it would actually turn itself on its head and turn out to be a very good thing, actually, because there are so many women out there who've come and thanked me and said, I think it's great that you have gone out and just been yourself, and you've given us great confidence, and this is only natural, these things are not in our control, and all of this stuff that probably I wasn't even planning, I wasn't thinking of making any grand statements out here. I'm genuinely comfortable in my skin, and I've always been. And all this is part of my life, being in the public platform, and there will always be opinions, some great, some not so great, but I've always said, you just go with the flow. Tomorrow's another day, and there'll be another experience out there.
And your fans, we had an online poll, and everyone wrote in, and we also want to know, when do we see you on the big screen?
Thank you. Thank you all for asking this question so often. It makes me feel loved and missed. And yeah, looking forward to interesting scripts. There have been scripts coming my way, and everybody's been asking, okay, when do we get down to planning schedules? I guess you'll know when it happens. It's just everything, there's that magic. If it happens, it'll just happen, and you guys will know. I'm reading scripts now, gradually. while I'm still totally, time flies, and it's consuming, and I love every second of it. I love every second of being with Aaradhya.
India's #1 news app just got even better. Download NDTV's new app. Fully optimized for retina display. Full screen view. Faster response time. And Sudoku. NDTV's new iPad app. Download now.